From New York City, it's the Wendy Williams Show. Now, here's Wendy!
Welcome to the show. Thank you for watching. Say hello to my co-host Stanford studio audience. And my virtual audience at home. I'm doing okay. Let's get started. It's time for Hot Topics. My fingers aren't supposed to go through. It's supposed to be decor. It's in the way that my bracelet's doing. Anyway, it's doing its job. It's red because today is National Red Wear Day. Red wear. So put on something red and show your support. I'm wearing my red because I am supporting American Heart Association's Go Red for Women's movement. You know, it is no secret that heart disease continues to be the #1 killer of women. Just when you think it might be something else like breast cancer or cervical cancer, no, it's heart disease. And awareness is really critical, so you know your family history. Talk to your family. You know, I find that that's very helpful. You talk to the older members in your family and you keep a tab on yourself because you're never too young to feel a little something. And also talk to your doctor, okay? All right. Well, the Super Bowl is on Sunday. And first of all, it's the #1 place where you at home having your parties are gonna or could catch COVID-19. They're warning you, they're telling you, don't have a good time with anybody except for people who you live with on a consistent basis. The people who live in your house regularly. And even then, don't have dip. Too germy. Yeah, germy. And bring your own utensils and your wipes and your masks. They say 2 masks are better than 1 these days. Anyway, so it's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Kansas City Chiefs. And I vote for the Chiefs. Apparently, football people say that Tom Brady and this Patrick Mahomes, they're the big deal because Patrick Mahomes he was the MVP for last year's game or something. And then Tom Brady's in his 40s and you know what he's 49?
No, younger than that. Probably 43, I think.
Same difference.
Yeah, right.
I mean, good for him, you know, for the older people, for going out there and running around and stuff. But I do feel he has too much. I'm sorry. He has too many, like everything goes to him. What went to him besides a trip to Disney World afterwards? What went to him?
Right, he's engaged.
Oh, a lot of money. Well, money doesn't mean everything. Look at that. He's engaged?
He is engaged.
To
some nice young, I think like a college sweetheart.
Oh, well, that's nice. That's nice. Yeah. Well, I make it no secret I will not be watching. I'm just so glad it's, you know, I wish that they would have Super Bowl Saturday, because in regular times, I used to love going over to my friends, the Hamlins in Jersey, and they would have Super Bowl parties with the girls, with the champagne, with the sparklers and stuff. Oh, yes. And cook, even though it's freezing out, on the grill, and food inside, and then everybody, that's back when you could double dip on the dip. And they'd have a whole bunch of TVs set up all around the house, and then they We would bet. Is that okay to say?
Yeah.
With real money?
Sure.
Okay. Well, we would bet. And then we wouldn't get home until like 1 o'clock in the morning with the Super Bowl starting at 6 o'clock. You really don't get there till it gets cool somewhere around halftime. Now it's all different. So if you're down with me for alternative programming, which the Super Bowl starts at 6, on a Sunday night, that's pretty much when I'm about to go to sleep anyway.
Yeah.
I won't be watching, but here's your alternative. The Kitten Bowl on the Hallmark Channel. Now, I will not be watching that. I have 2 cats. They don't care. They watch for 2 seconds like, oh, they make friends. Mom, everybody at the spa has, you know, they make friends. We're just glad we have each other. We don't have to talk to them. Can you change the channel? I'm like, gladly, girls. Besides, why aren't they fighting? And I'll say, it's the Hallmark Channel, girls. You know? Now, if they had a kitten bowl made of alley cats like my girls, now I'd watch and bet. Then your other alternative programming, Bravo has The Real Housewives of Atlanta all day. Now, I don't care, and the reason that I don't care is because they're interrupting my usual Sunday all-day Sex in the City marathon. So I'm not, hi girls. Sorry. So I won't be watching The Real Housewives. They also have the 50 Shades of Grey marathon, all the movies on the E! channel. Nope. I still don't care. By then, what time is it, 9 o'clock?
Yeah.
All right.
By the end of that, probably like 10 o'clock, I think.
Yeah, no, the alarm is set, and I'll have some leftovers that, you know, I have in the fridge, just to give me the itis, and I'll really be down. But your last choice is TLC is having Dr. Pimple Popper's Poppy Bowl. Yeah. Now, she's not gonna have dogs out there or anything like that. I mean, she gets into and she pops these big, humongous. But the problem with this is, and I like her, and I like what she does, it's so disgusting. There's certain things that don't bother me when I eat at the same time, like Pimple Popper. When I first saw the show, it used to bother me to eat at the same time because sometimes like guacamole is like what you see coming out of, you know? But you know what? TLC has that 600-pound life. Well, yesterday I was watching my 1,200-pound family. Okay, it was a brother and a sister. And the brother weighs 1,600 pounds, and the sister weighs 1,700 pounds. Jesus. And but they all fit in the minivan. And then you know they go to that doctor with the accent. And he's like mean, but he's firm with them, like lose weight. But it's become so much business that he has now. So he's hired on some man from Atlanta who comes in there and's like, all right, look, I don't know what you expect us to do with this. You must lose at least 100 pounds.
Just 100?
And they get on the scale and they're so happy. Like the brother lost 192 pounds since his last visit to the Mean Man. But since the Mean Man, they've hired on. Anyway, I'm able to eat during that show and find nothing wrong with they eat, I eat. He pulled up to the drive-thru. He ordered everything on the menu. He was so happy after seeing, and they can't close the back hatch to the There's 3 of them in the car because there's one more fatso, but she's not fat compared to them, but she's fat in real life. Like, really? You're fat. Anyway, I'm not watching any of that selected programming. I just choose to take a no-dose and eat some food and go to sleep.
Yep.
And you know.
My pizza.
What?
Carry out 2 medium one-topping pizzas for just $6.99 each. No one out Pizzas the Hut.
Tom Brady, because you're not going to win, and you've got enough trophies, think about how Spinderella feels. All Spinderella wants is a Grammy. I think she deserves a Sandy, Cheryl, I'm sorry I have to bring this up, but I've been saying this all along. Spinderella is as much part of Salt and Pepper as you two. She's the only one who could go it alone, except she's spending all her old lady years being bitter, so she's not on the road, and she doesn't know how to play the EDM music. You know, the music that the kids who are paying to get in the club want to hear. So Salt and Pepper will be honored with the Lifetime Achievement Award. They're one of 4 people, 4 groups?
Yeah, there's a bunch of people.
Being honored. And Salt and Pepper are one of the, groups being honored. And because they say because Spinderella is no longer a part of the group, that Spinderella will not be getting a Grammy. See, I think this is wrong. Spinderella is bigger than the group. When she goes out on her own, Spin, I'm telling you right now, you need to be on the road as we speak. As a matter of fact, you need to be claiming your Grammy with them and getting on a plane for a 3-month residency in Dubai or something. Do you all think Spinderella needs to get a Grammy? How do you react? How do you react?
How do I what?
React.
I think she deserves. She was a big part of that group, and
she's the DJ. She's even bigger if she would just take a lesson from you on what to play.
Yeah. I haven't heard Spinderella play in a little while, except what she does on Instagram Live, but she definitely deserves a Grammy with Salt and Pepper, 100%.
There he is, backpedaling. You want to say her set is whack, and she really does need lessons.
Never. I never said that.
So, Hollywood Unlock has a keeper that I don't speak of because the keeper called me while my movie was playing. Remember I was telling you? There was one person who called me and interrupted me, so name shan't be spoken about. However, Hollywood Unlocked asked Salt Spinderella how she feels about not being honored. And here's what she said.
That 3rd album has my DNA in it. That 4th album, that 5th album, and anything after that. Salt and Pepper has to acknowledge the truth and the fact that their intention may have been to have me as a higher DJ, but their actions said different.
Do you believe that you deserve a Grammy or to be recognized at the Grammys?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I love that she says it, but her saying it while not being on a private plane to Dubai is part of why, come on, Spin. So while I was putting on my pretty red dress, I saw a thing come along on my phone. It was from a man whose name shan't be mentioned, who said to me that Keith Sweat wants my telephone number.
Keith Sweat?
But I'm like, Keith Sweat's been around for so long. Keith, you know what a booking department is. It's not like you haven't been here before. If you want to come on the show or be rolled in on the thing, Siobhan heads up my booking department. It's proper. And now I'm telling you through the TV, Siobhan is watching as I'm talking to you. Siobhan, when Keith Sweat calls, give him what he wants.
Yes.
Remember when the word on the curb was that Keith Sweat and Patti LaBelle were messing around?
Yep.
I helped fuel that.
I know.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
So Juicy Joe is looking to get his own reality show. I think this is great. It's gonna focus on life in Italy. Be quiet, everybody. The man paid. I mean, you know, he was dumb in the beginning. He's always been handsome, fat or thin. And now he's been on our show. He talks very kindly. It seems like he's learned the error of his ways. He can never come back to the US. They keep denying him. He's divorced from Teresa. If I were Teresa, I would be happy. Good, Joe's got something to occupy his time. Teresa, even if she doesn't stay with the man who looks like a younger version of Joe that she's with right now, even if she moves on, she can still get another boyfriend. That's her current boyfriend. But even if they don't stay together, you know how like you're happy for somebody that you were with when they're with somebody because that means they won't be bothering you? I think this is great. I would want to see Joe build houses and do construction. That's what he used to do in Jersey. I don't want to see him rob and steal, because that's what he used to do when he was in Jersey too. That's why he's in Italy for life. But I would like to see Joe learn Italian. Why not? From a beautiful girl who's half naked with pasties that twirl around like this, right? And then I would like to see Joe date. Now, Joe, when he was on our show and his girlfriend was there, but then she left the house and then he was really able to talk. And he said he's not interested in getting married again. They don't live together. She does not have a key to his house. So I would like to see Joe date. She's cute. But you know what? She also speaks Italian. She probably talks about him right in front of him. You know what I mean? Speaking the Italian, like, hey, Giuseppe, you want to meet me around the back when Joe goes to sleep? Or whatever. And listen, it's not a Bravo thing, so Andy has nothing to do with this, but you know how to get in Andy's good graces, Joe? Because he will pick up the phone for you. This is what you do. You come out with a winery, or something that you can pour for the clubhouse, you know, mix a few drinks with your fingers and, you know, do whatever you do. And then you Zoom from Italy like everybody else does. Andy's the only one that I can think of that has the money to support a show like this, because this is not a sold show. This is an idea in Joe's head, see? But we're talking about it now, so I guess we're the first ones to spread the word. People have been talking about it, but they got it from us. Anyway, that's how you do it, Joe. And then the girls go over and they're looking for boyfriends and he's trying to be a father while still dating. And yes, it would just be the kind of mess that we love to watch. That's good. So you all heard day 2 of the blizzard while we were still all in the house being upset that we couldn't do a show, and we were upset that we were just sitting in the house looking at all the snowfall, but we're not going out there in that, 30 inches. See, so the city, New York, and every place, I guess, became a place of robbers and stealers. The cops are busy drinking coffee, you know, sitting. When they see chaos, I'm not going over there. I got retirement coming up, kids to take care of. The Chanel store in Soho was robbed at gunpoint on Tuesday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We're sitting in the house minding our own business. There's a woman officer at the door, and she says, I got a gun. They said, we got guns too, and we'll use them. So she goes outside and puts her hands up like, I'm done, I'm out. There's a whole lot of screaming. We can't pay we don't want to use the budget of the show to pay for the extra screaming. Everybody scream. Ah! There you go. That is exactly what it sounded like, except it was rough. And all I could think of was, please don't let them be black. They're all black, including apparently the security guard. There were 4 men, and 2 went inside, and 2 stood outside as if we're gonna run along and call the cops. If you saw this go on, what would you do? Wouldn't you cross to the other side of the street, look down, maybe take a picture for Hot Topics or something?
Yep.
This stupid 4 men, you stole only 44 items totaling $165,000. Let me tell you something about Willie Sinclair III, my wardrobe warlock. No, but even the most basic person who goes into Chanel, even if you just buy a pin, you know, for $600, you know where the must-have pieces are that cost a fortune. The limited editions, like the fanny packs, and like the houndstooth pants, $3,000. This dress that was so ugly, even my son said it was ugly. I told him how much it was, $33,000. He was like, wow, Mom. Cost a lot to be you. I said, yeah, I'll come back and get it later for me. He thinks I have it. I'm not buying that. I mean, I like Chanel and everything like that, but something like that is clearly a gift. Anyway, only $165,000, that's what I'm saying. That's only for 44 items. They stole the pieces that are so basic, like the starter kit. And by the way, they got away with it because the cops didn't catch them. And they will stay away with it. And then I had somebody in our Hot Topics meeting say, well, what do you think they'll do with it? Because they can't sell it. I said, yes, they can. They don't even have to go to eBay. You wait up there at the corner. My car pulls out in 45. No, but here's the deal. There's a place called the Leather Spa that fixes everything that looks just like brand new, and they don't ask questions. You don't have to have the paperwork and all that, you know what I mean?
Right.
Wait, can I tell that last story? It was a good one about Funkmaster Flex.
Yeah, we have.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this Funkmaster Flex, and I'm only doing this story Flex because I find it so humorous that you're making the liposuction such a big deal. Once upon a time, there was a girl named Wendy, and you were right there for lipo lunch and all that stuff. You were probably curious then. That was before you drank and partied, though. Like, he's late to all the game, you know what I mean? 1994, I had mine done. But here's Flex. He's opening up more about his liposuction surgery. He says that when he went public because he thought that other celebrities do it and it's not a big deal. Well, take a look at him talk about it. It's not 1994, by the way. This is 2021. Late to the game Flex, who's frightened to death of my ex-husband. For what reason, I have no idea. Oh, frightened to death, to the point where he keeps his relationship with me at bay. Like, I thought he and I were cool. I went up there, you know, I'm spinning with him and stuff like that. We exchanged numbers. And so I texted him about something, and then he called me. He said, Wendy, I can't be bothered. I forgot what it was. Like, let's go to Coney Island, you know, not a date. Just like, let's go to Coney Island, or where are you playing tonight? He's like, I can't do that to Kev. I love Kev. I love you. I'm like, all right. I'm not asking you to choose, but I know your history more than him. You met him through me, like most of you. Anyway, look at Flex.
I went public with it just because I thought everyone did. Now, I can't say I seen, but I could say, you know, I did. And to my knowledge, like Drake and Kanye and LL and people like that's what they were doing.
Well, first of all, who's surprised? If you live in Atlanta or LA, that's the way to go. All the men are doing it. It's very suspect to me, but, well, I have my opinion. LL has gotten not just the liposuction. How do you think all this stays preserved? Come on, Todd. You know, I know. That's the problem that he has with me. If I didn't ever tell you, it's this, because I've been calling him out for years. If I went in 1994, he might have been 97. You know, like shortly after. Shortly after. And then men getting like pecs and calves and guns and stuff. And Kanye, of course. Look at his family. I mean, they're gonna get a divorce, but still. Didn't Kanye admit he got liposuction? Mm-hmm. Yeah, by the way, Flex was wearing a waist trainer while he was talking to us. He was wearing, while he was talking to us in that video. Yeah, he said it previously, like, I'm wearing a waist trainer, yeah. Now, he got his liposuction a long time ago, so he really is. Because once you get liposuction, if you get it good, you shouldn't have to wear a waist trainer. Like, I don't wear a waist trainer. I can't wear a waist trainer. Like, I've tried. I asked Willie to get me one, you know, real thick, good one. Took 3 people to put me in it. I was like, get me out, get me out, get me out. I can't. And then who else did he say? LL Cool J.
LL, Drake, and Kanye.
Drake. Yeah, Drake. A little 6-pack, a little liposuction. He's got to stay sexy for the girls who are also doing it. As a matter of fact, some of his girls are probably the ones helping to remove his dressing and driving him back and forth. Women have no dar. Women don't care. I just have more opinion. I wonder what Debbie Allen thinks of this.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
She's a legend. She's been around for a long time. She's up next. She's a guest on our show today. I'm gonna ask her.